How's it going, Sha?
Okay, we're good. My computer started to act up, but decided against it, and I appreciate it for
Okay.
changing its mind.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
allowed. You
Yeah. Yeah.
know? I am in a whole new setup today, Sha.
Yeah. You look did you add more Vaseline to the camera lens? Why does it look what's
So
happening?
I've been really like mentally like getting ready to start like the machine, as I've been calling it. You know,
Okay.
I wanna build a system where I can create content at a level that I'm happy with consistently. So I'm
Mhm.
always like demoing because I could do it once, but if it's like too time consuming, I can't sustain that.
Mhm.
But I figured out a lot of that stuff. And then I was like, all right, listen, I'm getting old, you know. Uh I'm racking up these years. The kids are getting mature. They
Mhm.
need me a little less, maybe a little more, and I don't realize it, but they need me different,
Right.
you know. So I was like, this is the time. So I spent a substantial, maybe irresponsible amount of money. Uh bought a bunch of cameras, audio equipment, new computer. Been up for about 36 hours, put it all together. Still a work in progress. But like I could shoot like a Netflix special right now. Yeah. I got the cameras I got, the equipment I got is crazy. I bought like a computer they use to make Pixar movies. I got wild shit over here. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Mhm.
Um, Gabby, more nervous. Um,
Sure.
but I feel like it's the time to like double down.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, admittedly, went through a lot of what you just went through. A lot of like, oh, computers shouldn't be doing this to me. You know, because literally everything I've been putting together is just a little computer that connects to the main computer. Like they're all
Mhm.
just computers of their own like volition. And I feel like like they're like people. Maybe like, hey, like I respect that computer, but I don't like them. I don't like working with them. That I
Oh,
think
sure.
computers get down like that.
Mhm.
So I had to make them make friends, give them their own
Mhm.
time. But I think I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay.
And we here. So yeah, I got new cameras.
Mhm.
A little fancy. You
How
know,
many of them did you get?
I got 3. So
Oh,
today,
Lord.
this is the first one.
What are you shooting? A sitcom? What is
Yo, for real.
happening?
Because
Where's the audience? Did you buy an audience?
Yo, Sha, I told you, I got a machine, yo. Like, so today is day. I just wanted to set it up to be running because we got to record today. But
Uh-huh.
like, by next week, you're gonna see me like changing angles,
Oh, Lord.
like way out of control. I did too much. I fully admit it.
Okay.
But the main reason I got it is because like this is something I'm sure you've experienced as a stand-up. You're like prepping a set for a recording or a show or whatever,
Mhm.
and it goes well at the recording or show. But I
Mhm.
always feel like the best set is not that one. Like, oh yeah, I killed it like at a random show, and I don't have a copy of it.
Right.
So going forward, I'm gonna just always have 2 cameras with me, and I'm gonna always be able to capture a really good version of the set. So if I'm in a rush, I'm gonna have one camera that I can literally like drop down and have a high quality video always recorded of every set. And if I have time, I'm gonna set up 2 cameras of it for every show I do.
For every live show that you
Real
do,
talk, I'm out here.
you are going to set up at least one, but hopefully 2
Yep,
cameras so that you can get okay.
I'm out of
Um
control right now. I know.
yeah, you are out of control. But I mean your car is big. So and this is your job. This is your
Yeah,
main job.
this is
So
the thing, you know.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Question.
Sure.
Are you ready to process 2 times the amount of whatever you're shooting on? I'm assuming it's digitally, but I don't know, you may have a whole like film camera. You may like you're getting canisters
Yo.
of 70 millimeter film. I don't know.
So emotionally, no.
Okay.
To be clear, but like
Mhm.
tech wise, yes. That's part of why like I had to buy a new computer because
Mhm.
the one I had while it worked and it was fine, it couldn't process the footage from the cameras that I got because it
Okay.
records at like a higher codec.
Sure. Yes.
So
I know that word.
yeah, so that was that was the issue. Like I borrowed one of the cameras from a friend of mine
Mhm.
and I recorded some stuff, put it in my old computer, and my old computer was like, yo, my man, like
we don't do this.
Yeah, we don't do this, B. So I did research, bought a computer that can handle it.
Mhm.
And then I bought 2 of the cameras up front, and then I got a really good deal on the third one on eBay. So that one's showing up now.
Okay.
But we out here. I got full on like crazy setup. I'm excited. My room's
Wow.
hectic right now. But
Sure.
like basically like I've been like a lot of the research went into making it super mobile because I wanted something that like was high quality, but also like I got to be able to like drop it at a show with minimal setup time. So like
Mhm.
there's like a level of like pre-work, if you will, so that
Mhm.
when I get to the show, like the amount of setup I got to do is minimal.
Mhm.
All that's to say is I want to be creating content more consistently and I want to capture the special moments of what we do more often.
I
Um,
see.
so yeah,
Are
I'm
you
trying to
going to be
create a
mic'd
machine.
all the time?
Yeah, that was the other part. So like, as an audio dude, like I know that the big issue I had is the audio could clip,
Right.
like if something pops too much in sound. So there's like new tech, 32-bit float is what it's called, where
Mhm.
like there's infinite headroom, so like it won't pop, and I don't need someone monitoring the audio. Hell yeah,
Infinite headroom.
it's crazy,
Oh
yo.
my gosh.
We out
What?
here,
There's no
yo.
ceiling?
No ceiling, Sha.
We
It's
could just
like
be out here popping peas forever?
yo, forever, no
Just
plosives, nothing,
we're never in the red.
never,
Oh,
never.
I can't believe it.
Straight up, 30. It's a game changer. But yeah, I saw that. So I bought a clip-on mic for me. And then I
Mhm.
bought 2 mics for each of the cameras that I'm
Okay.
gonna angle to record the audience.
Right.
So that way I got audience noise and my noise at all these shows.
Okay. Most importantly, do you have enough extra space for other people on the shows to say, "Hey, can you get my set too?"
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that at all.
Great.
Like,
That's
just
all I
being real.
know. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
tell you like, yo, my man, I hear you. I don't got the mental space for that. Like it takes a lot to record and do all this.
right, yeah.
On a very rare occasion, like if I'm headlining somewhere, I might capture somebody's set and still tell them like, I'm gonna get this to you in like a year. But I
Sure.
ain't gonna lie to you, like this is gonna be a quick turnaround. I don't got that in me. I got other stuff.
Mhm.
But I'm excited. It's gonna happen. I believe. I see the vision,
Mhm.
you know? Um,
That's great.
so yeah, we here. So yeah, that's why I look weird. It's cause
Okay, I'm just all right. Yeah, no, that's great. That's
you know,
fantastic. Well, no new tech news on my end. I just bought a bunch of pants.
okay.
I don't think they all will stay with me, but a few will. That's
Yo, real
kind
talk, I
of
want to pour out some for your parents, yo.
no,
Like,
no. They'll find a home. Either I'll return them. Please don't pour it out on your brand new equipment. That you even have any liquid down there is amazing to me. You should just have a camel pack. Just I don't understand how you have anything that can spill in that room.
oh man, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I that's something I super relate to. That like when you buy clothes, there's like a fitting that takes place in the store,
Mm-hmm.
but it's never the same as the fitting at home.
Right. The lighting, even the crap lighting at the store is better than the lighting you have in your house. The mirrors are tilted. I am pretty sure. Every mirror has a slight tilt up from the bottom to make you look a little bit smaller. Because when you get it home in front of your flat ass mirror that's hanging off of a door, it is not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. There's, of course, the way you already view yourself. So there are probably some issues there. I definitely have those issues. And in my case, their size. So, if I see something I like and they happen to have it in my size, I have to snatch it up immediately because although I am fairly close to what the average woman's size is in clothing, it's probably about it wavers, but I feel like it's somewhere between a size 16, 18, 14, 16, 18. And I'm like 16, 18, somewhere in there. That's the average woman is about that size. Stores are like, we don't care. So they will not, if they decide to carry it, they get in like 5 of them per store. So, everyone else, I guess, is either just saying this 14 will work, it'll stretch, or they just aren't and they're wearing what is available in their size, which is usually something horrible. Possibly with an animal print. I don't want to talk too much shit about an animal print, but I am not an all the time animal print kind of person. And it seems that fashion has decided that big girls love animal print and I don't. So I've been ass out a lot. And I've tried it, just not for me. And so usually the stores where I see things that I like, they don't always go up to my size. Sometimes they will. In which case I have to snag it immediately, which means being online at like midnight. When the things drop, it's a new thing, like when it drops or when you see it, just grabbing the colors, whatever colors I like, and the size, grabbing them, having them sent to me, and then trying them on and seeing if the item works at all. Sometimes I will, if it doesn't work, sometimes I will return them. Depends on how easy the things you order online can be returned to a store, how easy the store makes that process. And if they don't make it easy, I will call it the cost of liking cookies, and I will toss it in a Goodwill bag because I know that at thrift stores, things of that size are also rare as someone who shopped at thrift stores. So then I will just make somebody else's day when I drop things off at a thrift store. I know this for a fact because I took in 2 suitcases full of clothing because I hadn't dropped anything off since like the last time I got rid of a good amount of clothing was probably at like a clothing swap. And when I came in, people grabbed the bags out of my hands and went through them immediately. Like, I don't even know if anything made it to the racks. It was very organized and my shit didn't even make it there because there were people who were like, I've been waiting for you to come to one of these things for years. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I just go to Goodwill with it. So it's been some years. And so I came in with like, again, 2 large, not check, like you got to check these bags. They're not carry-on suitcases, 2 very big bags. And I didn't need those either. And so I was leaving the luggage. I was like, take everything out of the luggage, put it where you need. It's all going. And this woman saw me walk in and she was like, are you dropping off those bags? And I'm like, yeah, and the bags have clothing in them as well. And she was like, your clothing? Like your size clothing? I said, yeah. She was like, I will be back. And I don't know what she did. She probably went on and like put some comfy shoes on and like gloves and like got more bags and came back for it. But
yeah, I love that. Like you're like a folk hero for people.
I know. Dropping off, and it's not. And I don't even know if they will like what is there, but having the option, it's tough. So I found. Over the summer, found like big wide leg pants that work for me that don't look frumpy. Do I have to alter them? I do. I have to roll them up and use a hemming tape to tape them so that I have a cuff so that the break is right over my shoes. Anywho, but it is high waist enough that all the gut gets in there and it looks fine over my shoes. That's really all I can ask for at this point. And they're continuing to make these pants and, into the autumn fabrics. And so I'm like, well, let's go. Point, 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 point. Add to cart. And so those have come. And we've just done a very quick try on, like, okay, we'll try these on with other things and see if it'll work. And some may and some may not. And then the ones that don't, I will probably return because this store will make it easy to return them. Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah. So that's what I've got going on. That's very exciting.
I like this. I don't know. I'm way more invested in your pants than my cameras right now. That's just
I don't know about that. I don't know. Bring the cameras over. We'll do a whole fashion show.
Yeah, what the kids call it, the outfit of the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes. Right. Yeah. But I'm not just propping my phone up against anything. These kids are crazy. Unless they just happen to have their own little tripods or whatever. But I mean, looks to me like they're just putting that thing up on the sidewalk and then walking away. And I'm like, not in my neighborhood. A rat will absolutely run by and take my phone. Talk about, oh, is this the 14? And then just yank it.
So $1,500 and you put it
on the floor? Come on, let's go. 2 rats running off of my 14 Plus. That's just what I need. I just got that phone.
Oh my God. That's awesome, yo. Get 2 rats on TikTok. Yo, we just got the new phone.
Right, doing little dances and stuff. That's just, but under my account, because it's the one that's logged in. They don't even have their own account. All of a sudden, the Silky Jumbo account got rats up here doing dances.
Oh, yeah. I'm about that. Let's get into the news.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
Oh, man. Look at that. Let's see here. Boom. Look at that. I love that the first article got blocked from me already.
Oh, did it? Okay, yeah. I'll read it. Please. I put it up there, so I didn't know if you would be able to see it. But the headline is, a Krispy Kreme driver left his van open. Bears stole his donuts. And this is in the Washington Post. A mama black bear and one of her 3 cubs made their regular foraging rounds last week, rooting in the trash cans of a gas station on a military base in Anchorage. But it was early morning, so they didn't find much. Then they smelled it, said Shelley Dino, manager of the Army and Air Force Exchange Service gas station on Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in North Anchorage. The unmistakable and inviting aroma of freshly fried fat and sugar had wafted out of the back of a Krispy Kreme delivery van, an invisible trail to a honeypot of sorts. The bears went towards the van. Moments earlier, around 6 a.m. on September 12th, a Krispy Kreme driver had pulled into the station, his second of 3 regular stops on the base. He opened the back of the van, grabbed his goods, and hauled them into the store, where he delivers donuts and donut holes twice a week. What he didn't do was close the back of the van. Slacker. While the driver was inside and his donut stash unguarded, Mama and her cubs saw their chance, and they took it. Dina was watching. A few minutes earlier, one of her 2 employees working that morning got her attention, alerting her to the rare appearance during business hours by the Black Bear family, regular visitors who usually wait until the dead of night to scavenge. They watched as the bears roved around the gas station, but they didn't think much of it when she lost sight of the bears as they passed the van and headed towards the pumps. I feel like you should pay attention.
Y'all real cavalier about bears, yo.
Yeah. Wanting to avoid any bear-human clashes, Dino crouched so she could watch the bears pass under the van. What she didn't see, when she didn't see them, she realized the bears hadn't simply gone behind the van. They had gone into the van. She told the delivery driver and advised him to call his boss. She went outside and banged on the side of the van to try to scare these bears.
Wow.
But they were unfazed. So she called base security. The driver called his boss, who showed up about 5 to 10 minutes later. All the while, the bears kept feasting. They sat there and just ate donuts for at least 20 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Mama and her cubs scarfed down about 100 donut holes and 3 dozen donuts during that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Someone said the driver later recounted that the bears growled at him when he got a little close, forcing him into a hasty retreat. Yeah.
First off, I hope someone's checking these bears' insulin. That's a lot. Like as a diabetic,
That is a lot. Someone took a picture. Someone took a picture of these bears, and they are getting it. They are in there. They are in there.
I work delivery, as you know, with Frito-Lay. I deliver potato chips. There, like I understand. Like I was a manager after like a couple of years of being on the route, and I always wonder, like when I would get calls like this, like what do you think I trained to do? Like I'm here to do. I help sales. I don't know about you. No one covered the bear convo with me. If there's a bear in your truck, I got the same solutions as you. Stay away. Like you didn't need to call me to like be like, yo, can you come help? Maybe let me know.
No, I think that's why you call, that, I mean, I don't know. In Anchorage, there's a good chance someone has like a gun or like a dart or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like bears are probably, I mean, they already were like, oh, look, the bears are here when the people are. Normally they're not, like they already knew the bears enough that they're like, oh, there's Cheryl and the other one of the twins or whatever. But I feel like when you call your boss to let them know that bears are in your truck, you're really just like, because you don't want to have that conversation with no notice when you return.
Right.
When one of your customers is like, where are my donuts? And he comes back and the thing's been wrecked. And you're like, next time, give me a heads up. You know what I mean? Just like
a warning.
Yeah, just hey, probably like, hey, can you call the last stop on my route and tell them it's going to be a little light. I'm running late and it's going to be a little light. How do they feel about paw prints? Just like bear claws. Oh my God, it's right there. It's right there. Man.
That's solid. Oh man.
Also, go ahead.
Now tell me.
I was gonna say, have you had Krispy Kreme hot when the hot donuts now? Have you been into a Krispy Kreme like store?
No, I've gotten Krispy Kreme, but not in the store.
Okay, so when you go into the store, they have a sign that says hot donuts now. And when that sign is lit, that means those donuts are like fresh out of the oven. Most of them, you can see the conveyor belt where they cook them. And when they're coming out and they're boxing up a bunch of hot ones.
Okay.
Krispy Kreme's fine donut wise for me. When they're hot, I'm not that big on it when they're hot. Sometimes they just taste like wet sugar. It's a little much for me, which I know is blasphemous. People love a hot Krispy Kreme donut, but here's the problem. You can go through a dozen hot Krispy Kreme donuts and have only chewed 3 times because they melt in your mouth. So that's a problem. I need to be accountable for how much I'm eating. I need to feel like I'm eating. So if those, I mean, I'm sure they weren't hot, but I can see how you could go 100 donut holes.
Especially if you're a bear, like you ain't.
If you're a bear, that's light.
Often.
Yeah, that's light work. Honestly, like if I'm a little depressed and I don't have any plans for the rest of the day, 100,
nothing.
That's kind of nothing. It's a little something. I mean, I couldn't do it in 20 minutes, but check on me at the end of the day. See if I didn't accidentally eat 75 of them bitches.
That would be like the little like from Dunkin' Donuts. That would be like the little like suitcase they give you, right? Because
those are like in 20, I think. But I feel like they do have like if you want to get 100 munchkins, they have one of those little boxes.
Yeah,
those little Happy Meal type boxes with 100 of them. So yeah, that's just like, I mean, if a Law and Order marathon is on, and I truly have I ain't got shit to do. Yeah, I hate to admit it, everybody. But that's what's going. That's why I got to order my pants right away when I see them.
Yo, every time we get donuts in this house, I try to make it a point to get one per person because of that exact reason. Because I know I'm gonna go ham. Like they're
Right.
gonna like one way or another. There will not be donuts here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether y'all want to help with that or not, it's up to you. But there will be no donuts.
Yeah, this donut thing only lasts for about 5 hours. If at
Straight
the end
up.
of 5 hours there's still a donut here, we will take care of that.
That's it. I'm like that with donuts and insomnia cookies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, those two, like if they in the crib, you got like 12 hours before like whatever's there is mine. Make it work. Yo, I leave them as a courtesy, like, cause like, listen, yo, I be getting tight.
As a courtesy.
Listen, you got 12 hours because I love y'all. I won't touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you. Go crazy. You eat them all, I won't say nothing.
Right.
But after 12 hours, they still there. I'm mad now because there's a freshness part of it. The quality drops off so much. Someone should enjoy the peak of these sweets.
Right.
You know, I spent money on them. I got them for you, but if you don't want them, that's cool. I'ma still enjoy them.
Sure.
And in my heart, I still feel like I got you something. You just didn't want it. You know?
Wow.
But I got them for you.
Wow. That's a very interesting way to look at gift giving,
Real
Gastor.
Talk. Gabby
I got you something. You just didn't like it.
Listen, every time I buy something in this house to eat, Gabby wants to store it for like 8 years. You know? That shit be getting me tight. I'm like, yo, like there's no way that we like on God every year for Halloween. I know in like the next couple weeks is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I have to buy 3 boxes of Count Chocula cereal for Gabby because she likes Count Chocula.
All right.
And she wants as many boxes as possible. Cereal gives you like a 10-month shelf life.
Yes.
You know? And Gabby wants 1 bowl the whole year, but wants to know that if she ever wants another bowl, they're there. So like every year around like June, I'm eating nothing but Count Chocula out of season. Just because I refuse to like let all that shit go stale. And then she'll be yo, ain't nothing spooky about the summer. And I'm out here just eating Count Chocula by myself. And I swear every year, the day I eat the 3rd box worth of cereal, it takes like 2-3 days of me eating Count Chocula breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The second I'm finished, she's like, you know what I want? I'm in the mood for Count Chocula. I'm like, no, you saw me eat Count Chocula. It was there, available. 9 months I gave you. And you didn't want it.
Not just you, 9 months the manufacturer gave her.
Yeah, like real talk.
Yeah.
It's been there. You had the option.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, B, you wait till next season now. You know? And here we are again.
I didn't even realize that they only put that out seasonally now. What a shame.
Yeah. I get it because of the marketing. They know it'll sell out. But yeah, it's every year for like September, October, it pops off. And it's only like 1 delivery. Like they don't even like re-up it. Like, if you miss it, it's gone.
I mean, honestly, you're still eating. That cereal is truly like 2 to 3 years old. They just changed. Someone's just licking their thumb and rubbing the date on and stamping a new one. But yeah, I mean, I
still have
in a
memories
world
of bad Ninja Turtle cereal that I want again.
Oh,
so yeah,
no.
I hear you.
Yeah,
there's like a Ninja Turtle cereal I miss like with all my heart, and I know nobody probably ate it but me. But it's out there, you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm hoping it comes back.
Wait, was this when you were a kid?
Yeah, like when I was a kid, there was a Ninja Turtle cereal. I didn't realize how marketing worked. Like it came out, and I thought, oh, this is going to be in rotation. It was like, nah, it was just a one-off.
Okay.
To like, you know, leverage little kids seeing a Ninja Turtle box and buying it. Had I known that, I would have like, yo, let me get like 4 of these. But I only bought one thinking these would be
that it would be sure.
Nope.
My mother found a cereal called C3POs.
Okay.
That I guess came out maybe around the time of Empire Strikes Back. That I'm sure was also only supposed to last as long as that movie did. I don't think anyone, and then of course you got Return of the Jedi, and then it disappeared. I don't think anyone ate that cereal except for my family. It must have been like, I'm assuming she got it marked down, And it was like a children's thing she recognized. Like, oh, I've seen that little thing before. All right, I'll get this for him. And it was just like, it looked like a squared off number 8, kind of. And it had it wasn't like really sweet or anything. Like, it was, I don't know where she found it. But she just kept going to that grocery store to get it. Whenever a friend came over, they're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "It's C-3PO's." And they're like, "All right." But it wasn't like, it was like Kellogg's made it, I believe. Like, it was made by a legit company. Just nobody else fucking ate that shit. So when friends came over, they were like, can I just get toast? Like, I mean, I see the Kellogg's, but I don't trust this is real. And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm seeing the cereal box on eBay for $50. Yo, that's just popping. Your mom had a fortune over there, yo.
Yeah, did she?
Yo.
Did she? Or did some truck just break down in front of that particular,
C-3PO cereal. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna cop some right there. I'm gonna get.
Oh
get
no, don't do it just for you, out of curiosity. Don't make anyone in your family eat it.
I will.
That was it, and she got a lot of them. I feel like we ate those well beyond the time that we should have. I'm not even a Star Wars person. That's what really got me. Is I was like, why would you get this? This isn't anything. I don't care about C-3PO at all. She's like, but you like that, right? And I'm like, no, I didn't see Empire Strikes Back until I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like 25. So I also had a Return of the Jedi poster in my room. She was just buying shit. She's just like, you like this, don't you? And I'm like, no, I've never. What are we doing?
Well, do you remember the TV show, I think it was, where like they drove like, I want to say like an orange car, and it had a flag on the top, the Confederate flag on top of the car?
Yes, the Dukes of Hazzard. See, now we talking. That I liked.
So,
which is probably why my mother was so worried and got me C-3PO. Oh.
I had the car because my dad bought me the car, but I obviously never saw that show like that.
Mm-hmm.
Age demo is just a little off for me. But like, that was one of the first times where I remember like not understanding what my dad was giving me. Because like, he got me the toy. I was like, all right, it's a car, so I can play with the car. But like, I'm not a Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Right.
So then he got me the lunchbox.
Oh boy.
And I was like, thanks, but I don't know these people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you like those people, right? And I'm like, I like TV. But like,
I like TV.
Like, it feels like a reach,
Oh my God.
I didn't get it, but I was like, all right. I was rocking Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox.
Let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you something. I loved Dukes of Hazzard with every fiber of my being, and I know my parents were like, "What the fuck?" Because they had me in an African school, and now I'm like, I because of that, I don't really know much about the Confederacy because I'm learning Swahili. We're learning different things, and so I don't know. I don't understand the car when you press the horn. It plays Dixie. Means nothing to me. Just a cute little song. That loved it. So I wanted underoos. And we all remember underoos. They are themed underwear, and undershirt and underpants. They have them for boys and for girls. And of course, they're gendered in such a way that for girls, the only kind of underoos that they had that were Dukes of Hazzard theme was Daisy Duke. So the t-shirt looked like just a tank top. The undershirt looked like an undershirt, basically. And the underpants, the panties looked like cut off jean shorts that were like silk screened onto a pair of panties, basically. But it looked like cut off. And I was like, I mean, I like them, but I'm not here for Daisy Duke. I'm here for the Duke boys. So I'm going to need those underoos. And my mother's like, but those are for boys. And I'm like, but that's what I want. And she's like, we're not going to be able to do that. Who's next? So I got Wonder Woman, which is fine.
Okay.
But I really was trying to get the boys under his. Wow. Huh. I mean, in a world today, that probably doesn't seem like much, but I'd say in like 1981, that was an issue, perhaps.
You were boundary pushing, Shaq.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Binary schminary. Someone get me those Duke Boy underoos. That's what I wanted. Oh, also, side note, I tried to watch one of those shows recently, like in the past, 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's so bad. I can't even do it in a campy way. I was like, this, I can't. Oh boy, I can't believe. But yeah, I dedicated my life to the Dukes of Hazzard until Silver Spoons came along. It's all just bad decisions all around, But anywho, yeah.
Oh man, I love it. In other news, artists ordered to pay a museum back $77,000 after submitting 2 blank canvases under the title "Take the Money and Run." That's what's up, yo.
Wow.
An artist has lost a lengthy battle with the Danish Museum after submitting 2 blank canvases and taking off with the loaned cash that was meant to display inside the artworks. Yo. Oh my God, my respect is going so up with this. Danish artist Jens Hanning was ordered by Copenhagen court to pay the Kunsten Museum of Modern Art 500,000 Danish kroner, around 76,500 in American money, after his audacious stunt set off a nearly 2-year legal fight. The pieces were based on 2 artworks Hanning originally debuted in 2007 and 2010, called An Average Austrian Annual Income and An Average Danish Annual Income, respectively, which were a comment on the salary of the average Danish and Austrian workers and contained banknotes totaling those sums. The museum in Aalborg had commissioned Hanning to recreate those artworks for its exhibit, Work It Out, which asked visitors to question what they wanted from their careers and were meant to have held a combined 534,000 kroner in cash for the 2021 exhibition. Hanning had taken out a bank loan to create his original pieces, but on this occasion, the museum offered to lend him the full amount of 534,000 kroner. But instead of receiving a recreation of the original works, the museum opened the artwork to find 2 blank canvases with the new collective name, Take the Money and Run. I rock with this. The agreement in the contract was for the money to be returned to the museum when the exhibition ended, something Hanning made clear in advance wouldn't be happening. Instead, the artists indeed took the money and ran. The work is that I have taken their money. Hanning told,
wow! Okay.
Yo, Hanning told that to the local paper prior to the contract's end date. He told them that the piece in its original form would have left him down 25,000 kroner, inspiring his revolt. Museum director Lassie Anderson told the paper that Hanning was not entitled to keep the money, despite its perceived artistic value, as the agreement only included a 10,000 kroner artist fee and 6,000 kroner for expenses. We are not a wealthy museum. We have to think carefully about how we spend our funds, and we don't spend more than we can afford. Hanning, though, argued that the museum had much more than 500,000 kroner from the 2-year publicity drive the piece has created.
Whoa. Okay. Look here. I mean, I want to be mad. Do I want to be mad? I mean, because there's another thing that was in this. Let me see what this. There was one little piece where he said that the new artwork was meant to highlight how people were underpaid for their work and encourage checkout staff to take from the cash register and run in the same spirit. All right, buddy. You bold. You real bold. Look, I mean, If it's art, then I guess it's art. I don't know. Is thievery art? I don't know. I guess if it had been a bigger place, perhaps he'd be able to get away with this. But also, a bigger place probably wouldn't have lent him the money.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like they probably would have made a deal with another entity to get the money from that place to give it to the artist to use. So if you pulled some shit like that, the museum can just rock with it and even use that press to get more money, more people to come out and see it. And then he's going to have to repay whoever they got the money from, which would be some company who's like, we will break all of your fingers. So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what a bigger museum would have done. Just because, you know, museums and being packed full of stolen art anyway. I'm sure they know how to work their way around little things like this. But a smaller place probably was like, we'll give him the money and he'll use the money in the artwork and da 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 da. And I'm like, oh boy, that's good luck with that.
I'm so proud. This is beautiful. It made a good day's work. You know, solid pay. B, solid art. You know what I mean?
I mean, it says something. The whole act says something. I mean, look, artists got to be a little shiesty at times. You know, there's a little bit of that in it, especially when people want to look for the meaning in it.
Yo, like I would not even low key. I think this very blatantly beats out that banana tape to the wall.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? This is hard. Like, I'm impressed with this. I would love to see that. Like, I would tell that story. I would definitely have like a little plaque explaining this under the empty canvas.
Yeah. I mean, like, I kind of would just like rock with it, but you know, it took them 2 years and they had it up the whole time, I guess, that they were waiting for him to pay the money back. So they still got the press and I guess I am assuming the people coming out to see it. But I mean,
I love this. This is dope.
That is wild.
Y'all gonna get a 1 hour episode next week of the podcast with no talking from me and Shalewa. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fire.
A silent podcast.
Silent pod. Just us. We're gonna hit record and like read separately. Okay, and you're gonna watch us. Just, like...
it'll just be us like, huh. Interesting. Yeah, for 45 minutes.
It's just gonna be our best episode, you know.
I know.
Take
just
the streams and run
in the morning. You can use it to sleep. You know. Yeah. There are ways.
Yo, what if this was that? This was visual ASMR.
Oh God, I am not an ASMR person. Now that I think about it, like I don't listen. I don't understand. I don't want something that I don't want crackly noises all in my ear. I don't know. Maybe that's. I like a nice ambient drone from a keyboard or a guitar, but I don't want someone just like habita. I don't want that. That's annoying.
Yeah, ASMR to me, like all it does is give me panic attacks that I got rodents in my house.
Thank you. Yes.
Every time I've heard it, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like call the inspector.
Yes, that's for people who have never lived with mice. That's what that is. Absolutely. I can sleep through a thunderstorm, but if I hear a rustling, I am up and standing on a chair immediately. With a flashlight
the next day.
Yeah.
Real talk. My uncle's an exterminator. He be getting tight at me. He's like, yo, you know I love you, but like you ain't supposed to exterminate 4 times a year. Like this is out of hand, bro.
Well, tell him to quit coming back then.
I was like, yo, my man, like I got a fear and I don't wait for like, them to come.
Yeah.
I don't want proof of life. Out. Let's just stay proactive, my G.
Yeah.
You know? In other news, missing F-35. U.S. military asks for the public's help to find a jet. U.S. military has asked for the public's help to locate one of its $100 million F-35B fighter jets after the pilot ejected from the aircraft. It went missing on Sunday afternoon when the pilot was flying over the southern state of South Carolina. The pilot, who has not been named, ejected and parachuted safely. He is in stable condition in the hospital. Officials said the aircraft was involved in a mishap, quote unquote, but did not offer details of what that was. It was left in autopilot mode when the pilot ejected, adding that it may have been airborne for some time. Officials said they were focusing their searches around Lake Moultrie and Lake Marion, north of the city of Charleston. The search area was based on the jet's last known location. Nancy May, a Republican congresswoman for South Carolina, asked on X, formerly Twitter, how in the hell do you lose an F-35? Valid question. How is there not a tracking device? We're asking the public to what? Find a jet and turn it in. I agree. The aircraft is a stealth jet, meaning its airframe, sensors, and systems are designed to operate undetected by enemy radar. So the emergency response teams are still trying to locate the F-35. Currently.
Okay, well, here's the thing. They found debris.
Okay.
Let's see. On Tuesday, the search for the missing F-35 stealth fighter jet turned into a recovery mission Tuesday after authorities located a debris field in South Carolina. The discovery came a day after the public was asked to asked for help tracking down the aircraft after the pilot ejected because of a mishap. Here's the thing. I have a few questions. One, what was the mishap?
Yeah, like that felt wild.
What was
suspect.
the mishap? And also, when they let us know, they were just like, "Hey, can you help us find this jet? Old dude like ejected." And I was like, "What happened to old dude?" And they never got to that. Like,
no.
Your story. That's the first I'm hearing. Like, "Oh, he's okay." And they're like, my roommate was like, "Well, yeah, he must be okay." He told them that he left the plane, and I'm like, he didn't have to be okay.
Fair,
you know what I mean?
Fair.
They could have just found the body, and we just didn't know.
Yeah, there should be a plane around it, you know.
Yeah, So
I
that
got mad questions.
Yeah, what's and all? I think the main one is, y'all don't know how to find your own. I know it's a stealth fighter jet. I know it's stealth, but y'all don't have nothing. Y'all didn't put one of the earbuds in it or the air tag. Yeah, one of those things. Like, why do we got to help you find it?
Listen,
we are not military at all. If it's something that's supposed to evade military, but average Joe can find it, maybe we need to redo that. I should not be able to find this jet.
Yeah, for real. Like, if it's stealth, then it should have just stayed a secret.
Right.
Like, for real. There's so much about this that bother me because, like, I air tag both my kids. I know where they are all times.
Okay.
So, like, I feel like, yeah, $100 million plane, you air tag that shit. Like, real talk. If somebody in, like, another country sees an air tag in the air, they could just assume it's a phone or something.
Oh, sure.
You know, they would assume, oh, that's an Apple product, whatever. You know? But yo, like, second, I have messed up in my life, as most people have. And I know what it's like to have to be like, man, I gotta bite the bullet and let everybody else know that I fucked up. How bad, like, what was this convo like? Like, who are the other people involved that they're like, yo, we got to go to the people? Like,
right. Yeah, how long was it missing, right? Before they were like, I don't know, say something on Twitter or X or whatever they call it nowadays. Tweet out something. Put it on TikTok. See if the kids on TikTok can find our...
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the plan? And
it's been 2 days. Let's ask the people.
We can't find this plane, B. Let's see if Twitter help. That's wild. That's the plan. You know what I mean? And like, it made me wonder so much. Like, does that mean that like their higher ups are like so not on social media that they were like, yo, we could probably ask on Twitter and they won't even know about it? You know what
There's
I mean?
probably one person on Twitter, probably two people on Twitter. They work in administration. They already know all the hot gossip and all the stuff because they're on Twitter and IG all the time. And so they probably say stuff and the powers that be are like, I didn't know that. And then one of the receptionists is like, I've been trying to tell y'all for a week, blah, 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 the housewives, yada, yada, yada. So I bet they're like, I don't know. They seem to know a lot about what's happening in the world. I bet if they put something on Twitter,
real talk.
Yeah, that is wild. Like, when do you decide? When do you decide?
Yeah.
Like, I guess let's just
tell the people. That's I don't know what that convo was like. I'm mad that there was like, are there no other plans? And everyone was like, nope, this is the best plan. Like, they agreed as a government. They're like, yeah, this is the best move. And like, I definitely know that wherever it landed, cool people didn't live there.
No, like, apparently it landed on some guy's farm or something.
Of course.
And apparently he gave like they said, they asked him what it sounded like when the plane crashed, and he made some sort of sound. That's kind of funny. I haven't watched the clip, but because I didn't want to, I'm just like, I don't want to know. But it landed. Oh no, the pilot was able to eject safely, landing in a backyard of a residence in Charleston. So what? Yo. So this thing, and the debris was in North Charleston. So this plane was just circling Charleston for, at the very least, 2.5 to 3 days.
You know what I mean? This is why I don't buy Teslas, okay? They don't know. Like, none of these, like,
a Tesla will things. Just explode on you. If someone's like, help me find my Tesla, it's like, is it the one that's burning in your driveway? Is it the one that just exploded twice on the highway? I saw that one. Who's got time? No one has time to go through all the footage of Teslas that have caught on fire.
And like, wherever this landed, right, it was a farm. What happens at that farm every day that like a plane landed and it took you 2 days to notice? Like a F-35 crashed into your farm and you was like...
I think it took 2 days to crash.
Yo.
It was flying around, because that's the thing. The dude put it on autopilot and then ejected, and then it was just on autopilot.
Yo.
So it was on autopilot for like 2.5 days, probably.
That's bananas, B.
Yeah. And then it crashed. So it wasn't like there was just smoke out in this guy's backyard. And he's like, what is that? For 2 days. It took 2 days for the thing to finally, like, I probably run out of gas, honestly.
Real talk, man.
Because
that's impressive. Fuel it, drill talk. I don't even think my car could do that. Just run for 2.5 days?
I guess. Put it on autopilot. See what if it goes into eco mode or something. Yeah.
That's fine. Like it sounds dumb, but like low key, like shouldn't like fighter jets have like the beep beep? You know, like so you can find it like
you mean
for the car?
when it backs up, does it beep beep?
Straight
beep.
Up, yeah. From like protected by Viper.
I know. Yeah, he didn't. The pilot didn't say if he put a club on it before he hit eject. Just that he hit autopilot. I don't know. I forgot all about that protected by Viper thing. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna stop me from breaking the window out.
Oh man, I definitely want to know what made that dude eject. Like, real talk.
Yeah, we got questions for you, sir.
Yo, because clearly he wasn't in danger. The plane didn't crash for 2 days.
Plane didn't crash for 2 days. He seems to be okay. What happened?
Like,
I bet it was a mouse. I bet it was a mouse. I'll break a lease over a mouse, so I bet that's what it was.
If you would like for the military to hire my Uncle Pepe to go exterminate all the F fighter jets, all you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby.
At least twice a year. Have them just go in there. At least
twice a year, baby.
Squirt some stuff.
If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't believe in my Uncle Pepe, okay? He uses a bunch of illegal poisons, but they work, okay?
They work.
Straight
I don't
up.
care if it's legal. I don't care if it's toxic. I need it to
Real
be
talk.
toxic. Kill these things.
I don't care about a single mouse and rat's rights. Okay, they can go.
These rats stole my phone. They're on my TikTok. We gotta get rid of them. We gotta get rid of them.
5 stars. You cool with any rat with 14 plus iPhone getting the trepacitos, okay, that my uncle got. You know what I mean? That trepacitos hit hard, yo. You know about the trepacitos, the poison?
No, what is that?
Trepacitos is Spanish for 3 little steps. So they say that like the poison's so strong that you see the mouse take 3 steps and fall over. Straight up, yo.
What?
Straight up, they be like, you gave them trepacitos? Yup. Straight up. They don't.
What's in it?
I don't know. I just know like it's always like a thing that like you're not supposed to use here because they're like it's brawling, like it's too much. Like
it'll kill like pets.
Yeah, we taking out pets, so they like nah, don't do that. But they def do that. There's mad people that do that. But they got cats in New York have gotten lazy because the trepacitos doing all they work. Okay,
look, I just imagine a mouse taking 2 steps, stopping, wiping its brow like, whoo, goodness, taking 1 more step, grabbing its left arm, and then just falling over.
It happens, yo. Real talk. When I first got this crib and we were doing the reno, I hired him. I was like, yo, like I got to get rid of any mice in this building. And I know, like, I sat down to do some work on my computer. Like 2 days later, I worked for like 3 hours, and then when I stood up, there was a mouse like 6 inches from my feet, dead. So that means like he walked out and like, I can't make it across his room.
You know what I mean? Fell out.
He just fell out. Like literally like inches from my foot. I was working, and it didn't have the energy to walk at his normal pace.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Shouts to trepacitos.
I'm writing that shit down right now.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Des, Shannon Lamone, and Brandon Spain. Really appreciate y'all sending articles in. With all that said, I am the admittedly mouse-free Gastor Almonte. Yo, by any means, okay? Always with just took down my uncle's information. Shalewa Sharpe.
Absolutely. By any means necessary. There's a picture of me looking out the window with one of those those long exterminator things. Holding on to one of those like a shotgun. You ain't getting me.
This has been unfriendly episode for the rodents.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.